It's okay if they do not like you. It's okay if they don't understand your ambition, they think your goals are too big or it's unrealistic. It's okay if they disapprove of the path you're taking. There is a social script that it's been written for us. One of the biggest side effects of living other people's script is the constant need for comparison. So in this video, we're just going to be exploring how encouraged to be disliked can eventually transform our lives. I want you to give yourself one of the greatest permissions that you can ever give yourself. And that permission is that it's okay if they do not like you, right? It's okay if they don't understand your ambition. It's okay if they think your goals are too big or it's unrealistic. It's okay if they disapprove of the path you're taking. We are raised in a world that tells us that we have to fit into the narrative before we can be doing something that is going to be achievable. We are told that if this is beyond certain threshold, then it means that it's probably not achievable. And then they tell you that the way to unlock your potential is just watch others, then you can be able to do it because people have done it. But what happens when you want to do things that people have not done? It just shows your guts, it shows your authenticity, and then most of the time you're actually going to get a pushback from even sometimes from yourself, from your friends, especially from loved ones. I say that, see, this thing's it's probably not it. But this is not a license to actually be a jerk or to just disprove what people say. People around us have sense. Obviously, we are not the only ones with the monopoly of sense. But this is eventually around something I call internal shift. It's about detaching your self-worth from the ever-changing opinions of people around you. It's about freeing yourself from an invisible script that everybody has decided to write for themselves, for people around them, that says that certain age you have to do this, certain age you have to do this. There is something that thing is always at the back of everybody's mind. This certain age you have to do this, and then everybody wants to try as much as possible to conform themselves to societal standards. So in this video, we're just going to be exploring how embracing that particular idea, the courage to be disliked, can eventually transform our lives. And then we'll talk about how it eventually silences critics, right? How you do not pay attention to them, and yourself, you are the main character in your story. Remember that video that we did, and the topic was you're not that special. Because and I want you to take this as your official permission slip to stop performing on other people's stages and for you to start living. So yeah, before we go into the 3 points that actually speak to giving yourself permission, I want you to just take a moment to like and for you to subscribe and share this video with your loved ones. The first point is face your front, and I call it escaping the social script, right? There is a social script that it's been written for us, right? And what we most of us find ourselves trying to fit the narrative of that social script. And the social script looks like when there is a new iPhone in town, it's okay for me to just go buy it. Either I need it or I do not need it. If there is this and then people are doing this, then I should do it too. People watch this, then I should watch it too, just for me to be able to feel informed, for me to be among. And then what we consistently see around us is people trying to fit into a specific social script, right? Now, having the courage to be disliked means that you take the script and you set that script on fire. The script doesn't apply to you. You build your script yourself based on the goals you have, based on how you want your life to look like, based on how you want to be remembered. That is it. The fact is that their destination is not your own destination, and so why should you follow somebody else's script or the map that they've designed for themselves, right? And that is the ultimate freedom. The pressure to keep up, to conform to what people do, to buy things that you don't need to watch, what you don't need to watch, everything just dissolves away, and then you do not feel any pressure because you're not living the life that they're living. You do not have to go to the parties they go to, you don't have to go to gatherings they go to, you do not have to listen to the music anyone listens to. Essentially, you do what you know you have to do to get to where you want to get to. You're not looking left, you're not looking right for an answer, you're not looking this everywhere just for you to know where to fit in. You simply just face your front, don't cause anybody problems, and then do your life. It is at that point that you begin to feel very deep peace. And trust me, it's good to feel like that. The second point is what I call the end of envy, where you build your own story. One of the biggest side effects of living other people's script is the is the constant need for comparison, right? You compare this, you compare that, you compare this, you compare that. You see someone who has arrived and you're feeling left out, not knowing that the person is in the chapter 20 of their own story, while you're just in chapter 1. Remember that video that we did, comparing their chapter 20 to your chapter 1. They've done a lot. So why compare yourselves with them, right? And now, what happens when you do not compare yourselves, or when you decide to leave your own script, is that the envy just goes away. There is no need for criticism, or there is no need for comparison, right? And what that does is, when you see somebody who is successful, right, their success suddenly becomes a case study. It's not a benchmark, right? And when it becomes a case study, you can now study, okay, what has this got, what has happened in this person's life? What has this person done? Rather than setting it as a benchmark to say that, see, I must get there and I must surpass it out of envy for the person, because you just want to look much more better than the person in the society. And that's incredible, because you can now take much more lessons without having to feel the pressure to achieve anything. You're taking lessons, but you're adapting the lessons to your own personal life. And now, at that point, you do no longer become a spectator in their life. Now, you are now the main character and the architect of your own story. So, the third and final point, right? I call it the authentic advantage. And we spoke about this too in that video, You're Not Special. And it is to say that when you stop trying to be everything to be everybody because you want to please everybody and live according to their script, you start becoming something very, very specific to the right people. Authenticity is a magnet, and I've not seen a magnet that has a stronger force than authenticity. When you're not afraid to be disliked, when you're not afraid to follow your own specific script, it makes you incredibly attractive to the people and opportunities that surround you. You just align with opportunities, right? Although you're going to lose some people, by the way, which is absolutely normal, but you're going to be gaining people who really have an attraction to what you do and who you are in the long run, which is actually very much better, because those ones will be interested in what you do, they'll be interested in the content, in the things you say, they'll be interested in knowing how you are achieving whatever you're achieving. And most of all, they want to emulate whatever you're doing because you are authentic. And that is the thing with being authentic. The people, you see, the people who were there when you were everything to everybody, they would leave. But essentially, what those ones just want to hear is what's going to please them. But the moment you start expressing authenticity, the people you attract are those that will be with you even in the dark times. And this is the authentic advantage. Actually, you stop wasting energy on performance, and then you redirect all of those energy into progress and meaningful progress, because it means so much to you. Now, I just want us to go into journal time, right? And of course, it's just three questions, right? And it is that, what is one decision you have made in the last month purely because you were worried about what other people are going to say? What is it that you did? This person is going to say this, so let me do it like this. This person is going to say, let me do it like this, let me do it like this, just because of what people are going to say. The second thing is, I want you to describe what a perfectly successful day looks like for you, if no one knows about it, right? I want you to write it down. And what that does is, it reviews what you truly value, right? Rather than having to pander to what most value, that you make that your script. And the third one is, what is one small thing that you can do this week that is 100% for you, not 95%, 100% for you, regardless of anyone's opinion. So yeah, that's what I want you to really do. And I want you to write those three things and then give yourself answers. These questions, they help you trigger the purpose of what you do, of what you do, and why you do what you do. So the courage to be disliked isn't about being defiant. It's not. It's just about being aligned with your own particular purpose and your inner and core values, right? It's about being aligned with what you truly value the most. And the advantage of living an authentic life is that you inspire other people to go in that light of living authentic lives. And the world is going to be a better place if most of us just live our lives in an authentic manner.